Hey guys, it's Ping out here at Fox Raceway today doing a race spec video on the 2021 Kawasaki KX250. This motorcycle is a great bike all the way around, but in our shootout we did notice kind of the one thing that everybody or a lot of us mentioned was the suspension. We couldn't just get a perfect setting for it. And so it definitely affected the bike in the shootout in terms of where it finished. It still did well, but we knew on this race spec video that had to be the focus. Let's get this suspension dialed, because outside of that, it's an awesome bike. I mean, really, really a great motorcycle, but we just couldn't get the comfort we wanted. So we had the guys, Kaipo and the guys from KYB, come out today and work with us, and it made a huge difference. We really made some progress today, so I'm stoked to share that with you. So we started out, we slowed the fork rebound 2 clicks. First thing you'll notice on this bike is the front end feels really active, and it pops back. It's just very active and nervous. And you're getting a lot of feedback on the little chop. The fork is kind of what seems like it's going to be the problem on this bike, but there's a way to fix it. We opened up a 1/4 speed on the high speed compression on the shock, just to try to soften it up a little bit, because we seemed like we were a little bit tall in the rear. 2 clicks softer front and back on the low speed compression, and clickers on the fork compression. Those were all improvements in the right direction. And then what was a big improvement is we dropped the forks down in the triple clamps, 2.5 mils. So they're down 5 mil from the cap stock, and we just split the difference. So 2.5 mils, drop the forks down. And the reason that makes such a big difference is from 20 to 21, Kawasaki went from 22.5 offset to a 23 offset. And so what that does is it decreases the size of the contact patch of the front tire. So it makes it want to turn in really quickly and really easily. You'll notice when you come into a corner of this thing, you just look where you want to go and it turns. The problem is it gets a nervous feeling at times, and it gets a little active feeling at times. So by dropping the forks down, you get a little bit, it almost adds some trail back into it, and you get a little bit more contact patch. You still have that nice turn feeling, but it just stays a little more planted and a little more calm. And I would definitely, like I said, recommend slowing that rebound down a couple clicks. The compression is going to be kind of based on your weight and what you like in terms of feel, but those changes are going to be across the board what you want to do. In terms of overall setting, here's where we landed. Sag is 102. We started there. Now, they'll tell you 105, whatever. You can actually go down as low as 98 on this thing, and that actually will make a difference. I think we ended up coming down to about 100. And you know, to me, that used to be the standard, but then it's sort of pushed up now to where 103, 105 is normal. 108 is not abnormal. But with this bike, just try to stay close to 100. I think you'll find that is a much better place. The forks, the compression, we went to 16, so that's 4 out from stock. Rebound is at 10, so that's out, or 2 in. So stock is 12, we're at 10. And then on the shock, high speed, we went 1/4 out, so it's at 1 3/4, and low speed is 14 out, so 10 is stock. So we opened that up 4 clicks just to get it a little bit more plush. And when you add some sag or decrease sag numbers, you can go in a little softer and get that thing to have a little more comfort without being too squatty. I like the pegs in the stock position, the bars in the rear mount position. Again, those are real rider dependent. I like the white coupler, you know, that's a more aggressive or for deep or sandier tracks. The standard one is good. You'll probably like the white one. The power does never feel abrupt or like it's explosive. It's just a little more aggressive. So I think everyone's gonna probably like that white coupler. So here's the proper fix, okay? The settings we've given you will work great, but if you wanna really fix this bike, the fork spring is too stiff. Stock is a 4.9 Newton spring rate. We went to a 4.8 Newton, and I was a little concerned it would be too soft. We threw it in, went to the stock settings with the clicker, and it was a little soft. I came in, and we also set the fork to flush. So all the way flush with the cap. And I went in 2 clicks on the compression, a little bit stiffer, just to get it to kind of hold up where I wanted. Money. So much, like night and day, even better than the initial setting we came up with. So if you really want to fix it, that's the answer. Of course, it'll cost you the money to get the springs, but you can probably get those at a relatively inexpensive cost. And that turns this from a great motorcycle to an awesome motorcycle. I was having so much fun on this bike. The turning characteristics are great. The motor's great. Handling's great now. I mean, it really fixed all the issues we had. If we had had this solution for the shootout, it would have definitely been in the hunt for the win. So stoked that we got this thing working the way we did. I hope you guys will apply that and enjoy your 2021 KX250. Big thank you to Kaipo and the KYB guys for coming out and helping us today. And thank you to Kawasaki for allowing us to use this KX250. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you on the next Race Spec video.